Hi, and welcome to Twin Flame Propel 11. I'm Chirasree, and this will be a quick twin flame update about what is really going on at this point of time. So, the moment you experience separation with your twin flame, the moment you ended up in that separation consciousness, that pain came into you, that very point, you were also exposed to spirituality, law of one, and the concept that we are all one. And the concept that we are all one, the concept of Ra, of law of one, is that we are all one, we are all infinite beings, and by the virtue of that we are all infinite beings and we are all one, we do not definitely have one true twin flame by that virtue of law of one. So if you consider law of one says that we're all one and we're all part of the source consciousness, and if we are all one part of the source consciousness, and all the frequencies that are available, all the dimensions or the frequencies that are available, that we can all tap into, we can be all that is. And our personality is not stagnant, our personality is not fixated at something in specific. So if our personality is not fixated in something in specific, if we're all one, then in that ideology, we are infinite beings and we're all part of the source consciousness. We are all part of the vast ocean, and what perhaps separates us are different waves, but can you really separate the waves of an ocean? How can we say that the waves of an ocean are vibrating at a different frequency when but the entire universe is experiencing a collective constant frequency? What really brings us together in this journey is the concept of love, the experiences, the true idea of what love truly means to you. What to you is love? What is it that you love in your life? What is it that is your life? What is it that means the world to you? What is it that is the love of your life? Who is it that is the love of your life? This journey is about that one true love. Either you have experienced that one true love, or you're in search of that one true love. If you're in search of that one true love, then definitely you will be calling in that essence of love, that essence of wholeness, that essence of more like feeling, that state of being within that you constantly are feeling, and that feeling that is constantly burgeoning. But if you have separated from someone and you feel like, okay, I separated from someone, but I wish things had worked out between me and that person, and perhaps that person is my twin flame, and perhaps you are in the journey and you do not know. It's good not to. You do not know who is a twin flame, what is a twin flame, what is going on, but you just know the energies that you've been feeling every passing day. You just know your emotions that you've been feeling every passing day. You've been feeling a certain kind of emotions, a certain kind of state of being within in your heart, which is perhaps matching with everybody out there. Even things that I'm speaking out to you right now are perhaps things you feel like you had to hear right at this point of time. So we are doing nothing. You, I are doing nothing. We are just being. We are just living an experience where that source energy is within us. And if you just consider, there is the source energy which is inside of us, and there then just think yourself to be tinier and think that you're penetrating inside that source energy. And then imagine that source energy is covering you from the outside too. So the source energy is inside that tiny dot of yours, also has that essence of source energy flowing. And beyond that, there is source energy. So that tiny little dot of yours also that you feel when you've just been in this state of oneness with your twin flame soulmate, and if you've experienced separation, you were living a part of your life. I'm considering all the possibilities that I know of or are mostly talked about, because it's impossible for me to talk about all the possibilities because the possibilities are infinite. So possibilities I can cluster together. So one possibility is you have not met your twin flame yet, and you're searching for your twin flame, you're searching for your twin flame, you're searching for your twin flame. You reach a state, you reach a feeling, you reach an emotion where it feels like this is it, this is the love of my life, this is where I feel it. Now, being there, it's triggering up a lot of issues, it's triggering up a lot of issues, it's triggering up a lot of issues. But the path you were following and the destination you've reached, it's so good, it's so satisfying, it makes you feel so good, it makes you feel so whole, it makes you feel so complete, it makes you feel so much in oneness, it makes you feel so much whole in this present state of your being, that you literally are like, oh my god, I love this feeling, I'm ready to do all the work to just anchor this feeling. Now you're doing all the work, all the inner work possibilities, but the pain in you is thinking that things have to work out. Why isn't he contacting me properly? Why isn't he talking to me properly? Why isn't he there in my life? Another possibility, this pain was stinging you. You didn't even know what to do at that point of time, and you moved out of this state. You moved out of the state. As you moved out of, thank you, as you move out of the state, you reach a state where you're like, oh my god, I am really out of that state, and your heart is still yearning back to that one feeling internally that you once had, that experience, that vortex, that feeling, that sensation that you experienced with the love of your life, that magnificent, beautiful state that you experienced with the love of your life. You're still holding on to get back to that feeling. You're searching if you can get it from someone else, but you're not getting it. But at the end of the day, that feeling is inside of you. That feeling you are seeking for, that feeling that you once felt with your twin flame, or you're feeling with your twin flame, or anybody, that feeling that you've been feeling, that feeling that you want, that feeling that you desire, and because you're not getting it, that pain is coming. That pain is coming is because of that feeling that you want. So, what you want is very clear to you. You want that beautiful feeling. You want that sensation of love. You want to be loved. You want to feel love. You want to be in love. And then there is this pain. So, it is about releasing this pain, because there's nothing other than love. Love is all that is. And that pain is a source of information about what you truly desire. So, why is it hurting? Because certain things will not happen. So, what are the things that you really want should happen in your life? What are the things that you really think are the best possible things that you think are the appropriate things if would have happened in your life? Like, your person has come back, the third party is out, he's not even looking at any other girl, he's not flirting with anyone else, and everything is fine. So it's a common notion that if somebody does not put makeup, they look stressed. So no, I'm not stressed. I'm very fresh, and I have been doing my inner work. I have been absorbed in myself, and I've been like in the most happiest state of my mood. I'm just not putting makeup because I don't feel like, I just felt like coming as I am. So not putting makeup makes a person look stressed. There's also notion of the societal norm again, which makes us act in a certain way. For example, we have to put makeup and we have to come online. Otherwise, oh my god, what's wrong with her? I think she's depressed. This is the conditioning that we've been carrying forever. And this is why we can't find this inner peace and we're in separation, because we're always trying to do things on the outside. Feeling so, whenever you feel like you're separated, it's because you're seeking life on the outside. You're seeking everything on the outside. If you seek everything on the outside, like wait for how things will work out and how things should be, and everything has to be perfect on the outside, we miss out on the inside. And this is one of the reasons I wouldn't make videos, because I was like, oh my god, I have to put makeup. It's too much work. Because card reading is not something that I'm made for, because everybody has a soul type, everybody has a personality type. That pain I was talking about, that pain is where your potential is stored. Pain is where your fear is stored. Pain is where your, if my desires won't come true, is stored. So wherever my, if my desires won't come true, is stored. That pain that you are carrying inside, that if my desires won't come true, if what I want wouldn't come true, if what I truly desire wouldn't come true, that's the source of your pain. How can you shift the pain? All your desires are coming true. All your desires are falling in place. How? God will make it happen. Why will God make it happen? Because God loves you. Then why has God put you in this state? Why has God put you in this situation? Why has God situated you here? Well, I'm really sorry. I doubt if you would be able to again see me in that Barbie doll look, because that doesn't really resonate with me. But you can definitely buy a packet of Barbies and decorate them. So, and anyway, whenever you feel that pain, it's because your desires are not coming true. Wherever you feel like your desires are not falling in place, is simply because there is something in you which you're doing which is not aligned with you, which is not perfect with you. For example, I personally hate putting makeup. It's not that I don't like makeup, I don't respect makeup, I don't respect people who can do really well with makeup, but this is my room and I truly do not like to put makeup in my room. I don't feel comfortable. I feel like alienated in my room to just suddenly put makeup and drape up and just come and talk, because this is my life purpose, this is my natural course of being. And I was really tired of making my voice over and again converting the videos and uploading them. It was a lot of process and I wasn't even able to deliver my true knowledge through that. I was unable to do that. It was very difficult for me to come ahead and process out everything, because it was too much, because I have a lot of informations and I really am better with conversing it out when I'm live than even I'm recording it. And I'm more comfortable when I'm not putting makeup, because seriously, when I put makeup, I can't tell you, I keep on gazing into my eyes, I keep on looking into my eyeshadows, I keep on looking into my lips, I keep on looking into everything, the glow and everything. It's like, oh my god, I look so pretty. I can't think of anything. My focus is like literally like this. So instead of that, I just focus on being my natural state, so that naturally in my authentic state I can flow to speak what God wants me to speak, because God made me in this state and this is my perfect state of my being. So anyway, these are some out of the context thing, and so coming back to where we were, yes, the pain in your heart. So the pain in your heart is because something in your life will not come through your desire. But you're like, what if it doesn't come true? Whenever you're still convincing yourself like it's coming true, it's coming true, it's coming true, still there is this state of pain. There is still a state of pain which is still stinking onto you, and that state of pain will stink onto you till you realize one simple thing, that happiness is an inside job. You've heard this a lot of times, and you're like, oh, please, I've heard this a lot of times. It doesn't work. Okay, so how is happiness an inside job? So you're in that state of your being where all your desires, whatever you wish has come true, all your desires, what you wish could have happened has come true, all that your magnificent dreams, they've all come true. You're living that reality, that dream, you're like super happy in that state, super happy in that being, and this is the moment when everything has happened and you're so happy. Still, there is something not working out. And when there is still that something not working out, that is where somewhere deep down you're not happy in your immediate reality. Not with the person you desire, it's not with the career you desire, it's just with the current reality where you are in. At this very point of time where you are in, you're just in a state where you've been wondering, like, you're just not happy with your current vibration. So if you're not happy with your current vibration, it's stinging, it's paining, is because you're trying to live a life that does not belong to you, trying to live a life which wants to live by the logic at one end. At one end, it wants to live by what people are saying. At one end, it wants to fulfill its desire. At one end, it wants to also hold on to the fear. At one end, it wants to live its dream. At one end, it wants to trust God. At one end, it's like, I don't know what to do. And this I don't know what to do voice is the one which is keeping you in this current consciousness of pain. How do you shift this I don't know what to do voice? Well, I don't need to know what to do. I can just chill. Everything is falling in place for my highest good, and all my desires are coming true, and everything that I want, all that I desire, are my desire because God has given me those desires. I'm just following those vibrations of desire, and that's my mission, to live this vibration. And this life is my mission. Like, to live in this body is my mission. So, whatever this body is desiring, to fulfill its need unconditionally, like God has been fulfilling your needs unconditionally, is your desire. So, the moment you start to fulfill the desire of your body, whatever your body is desiring deeply inside, once you accomplish it, like, yeah, your desires are coming true, what you want is happening, everything is falling in place, that very moment you can transcend out of the pain, that the shift that you're experiencing right now, hearing this, suddenly you feel like there is this space inside of you which is coming out, and the pain is kind of releasing it, is because finally you are reaching that vibration, reaching that vortex where you know everything is going to fall in place. So the law of one energy, when everything is one, everyone is one, we were in a state of an oceanic cluster where everything was entangled with one another. This is how but Osho's mission was formulated, where everybody had sex with one another in the cult. And with the law of one burgeoning, with everybody being one, what happened was everybody was trying to live what the other person was living. If you do not know about Osho's cult and open sex, you can simply Google. So, having to release the judgment, having to consider the twin flame journey, having to consider a healthy relationship ahead in the future, would you be preferring a reality that is polygamous or a reality that is monogamous? So, with at this point of time, with the divine masculines chasing the several other women, is because why her? Why does my heart feel a pull towards her? There are like so many women. We can explore so many ones. We are all one. Everybody is a soulmate. There's nothing called the one. There's nothing called a soulmate. And that's what had made them explore around, explore around, explore around. And that is because they were not ready to acknowledge there is one God, there is one religion, there is one essence of all that is, there is only that one spirit of being, there is just God. Jahan pe bhi, wherever there are people who are like not able to acknowledge there is God and wondering, questioning, thinking this, that is going on. That's all happening. Question, confusion, pain, this, that is going on is because there is a question. Is God there? Is God real? That's why God gives you so many signs. That's why God gives you repeated sign, angels, gods, cards. They keep on giving you signs. And with those signs, with all those signs, your heart starts to get ready. You're like, yes, God is real. Yes, God is real. And finally, eventually, the fear goes away. And that's what is happening with the divine feminine. And as that is happening with the divine feminine, the divine masculine can no longer hold on to the fear. Why were they holding on to the fear? Because society. If they do not hold on to the fear, they will lose themselves, they will lose their oneness, and with that oneness they were like horrified, like I don't know what to do, I don't know what is the reality, I don't know what is that. And there are various social experiments that keep on going on with the energetic dimensional vibrations overall. And there was this overall issues going on, that the issues that were going on were mainly because we were seeking for love on the outside. We were seeking for love and everything on the surface level. And Divine Masculine were also doing that because we were like, okay, where is the sign? What's going on? What's going on? What's to this sign? What's going on with Divine Masculine? But what's going on with Divine Masculine on the outside when you're focusing? You're not creating your reality, but you're focusing on again, like what's going on right now, and seeing like okay, this is the possibility, that is the possibility, and amidst those possibility you are not holding on to the possibility that what you desire can come true. Instead you're seeing like okay, he's with the third party right now, he's doing this with the third party now, he's doing that with the third party now. And every time you're doing that, you're hurting more and more and more parts of yourself. Your heart is hurting itself to constant extent, and you're constantly in that wounded state. And that wounded state of yours needs healing. Once that wounded state of yours has healed, it starts to realize that we create our reality. When it starts to realize we create our reality, it goes within it. It no longer focuses on what goes on. It becomes triggerless, and without getting the triggers on the outside, it completely goes within and believes that God is there, God will fulfill all my desires, all my wishes will come true because God will fulfill all my wishes and desires, and I have nothing to worry. And when you anchor this state, I have nothing to worry, you reach a state of relaxation. And that relaxation is when your manifestation and everything starts to come in. And collective right now is in a state where that relaxation is the vortex where the collective is about to land. But that also brings in the fear of the unknown. And that is where the collective is like, I'm so anxious, I'm so anxious. How do I just step out of this? How do I just step out of this feeling within me? Because I'm so anxious, I'm so anxious. So wherever you have this anxiousness, know that whatever you truly desire, God wants the same. So knowing that God wants the same, you just have to imagine that, okay, you're in that painful pit. Just close your eyes. You're in this painful pit that you see. That person like thing that person version of yours that you're seeing in your heart space right now. If you close your eyes, that part of you is like anxious. Should I should I jump? Should I just go ahead? Will it all be taken care of? That's your ego stuck up. So it just needs to go ahead and allow itself to get purified in the water, the holy water. And it's anxious. If I jump, what if everything is discarded and my desires don't come true? Because it's protecting you. It also wants what you want. It wants your desires to come true. So that's why you're like, oh my dear ego, you want what I want. I'll hold on to you. I'll not let you go. And it's like, should I fall? You're like, no, 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 baby, don't. And God is like, let it fall, let it fall, let it fall. So what collective is doing right now is that ego state that is there, taking the leap of faith, you're letting it fall. As you let it fall, all its paths, all its fears, all its triggers are scattering here and there. And what remains is that essence of calmness in your heart now, that essence of stillness in your heart now. And that is God. And that flame that is still going here and there is coming down to a state of calmness. Wherever there's still ego present in that space, it's now falling apart, it's now falling away in love, because it's in love with that process of taking leap of faith now. Now that it's anchoring that process of taking leap of faith, this is how we work in the quantum field. This is how I do the inner work, and this is how I get downloads, and I do the work for the collective vibration and the vortex for as a light worker too. So as that energy is falling apart, there is still this energy like, I'm scared, but then it has learned. It's such a pleasure to let it all go, and such a pleasure to let it all fall. It brings in such a strange sense of relaxation. Knowing it is letting its more guards fall. You see those wands energy in tarot. Wands energies. Um, these wands energies. These wands energies are those energies in your life, which are these wands you're carrying in your life. These wands are the karma you're holding on to. These wands are the experiments of life that you're holding on to. I'm in the mood of explaining to you all 78 states of life, because there are 78 cards in tarot deck. So I'll just start with randomly as it comes, and I'm sure there's a story behind it as I shuffle. As I tell you the story. So this person here is holding on to something very tightly. There are more other karmic debris that is leading to it because of holding on to it. So maybe this is you who's holding on to your twin flame tightly. It's hurting. It's causing a lot of pain. It's causing a blockage in your finances. It's causing a blockage in your work. But you're still holding on to this pain. You're still holding on to this pain. You're still holding on to this pain. You cannot take it anymore, but you're holding on to this pain because you're used to this pain. This pain is your comfort zone. We often talk about other side of the veil, right? So your the veil is not thin yet. You see it's yellow, right? Yellow is solar plexus. So the veil hasn't thinned for you yet. The veil is still yellow. The veil is still ego printed at this point of time. So when that veil is still ego printed at this point of time, and you're still holding on to this karmic residue of what's gone, because what's gone was somewhere deep down toxic. That's why it's gone, otherwise it would have stayed. In Bible there's a thing where God says that initially God created man woman to bring them together and join them so that they could become one. And then if divorce was created, it was not planned before, but then divorce happened because of the actions of the man ultimately. So it's our situations that get toxic over the time, which, but then you're still holding on to it. Finally you've like let it go. I'm letting it all go. I'm letting all my money, all my hope, all my faith, everything go. I'm still holding on to this pain, and I'm just going into this cave inside my heart. I'm getting back into my shell inside. I'm not getting out. In that shell it's very comfortable. It's so comfortable in that shell. I'll just sit there, think that things are working out, plan that things are working out, trust God, and sort out the things in isolation alone. I'm not going to chase anything on the outside. I'm not going to chase my partner on the outside. I'm not going to chase my finances on the outside. I'm not going to chase my success on the outside. I'm not going to chase anything outside. I'm just getting into the cave. But then you're juggling back in the cave, you're inside the cave, and you're like, ah, I don't know. I'm so juggling in my life. I'm so juggling in my life. I'm so juggling in my life. I'm always juggling in my life. Juggling is the constant thing because you're like, will it happen or not? 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 That's your story. That will it happen or not? Will it happen or not? Will it happen or not? And that's where you are in that stage. Then you're like, it will happen. I just, right now, I'm just so alone. I'm just so depressed. I just don't know what to do. I'm rising in strength. It has to happen. It will happen for sure. Nothing can stop it from happening. I'll ensure it happens no matter what. But you're still holding on to it. You haven't left this yet. You're still holding on to it. It'll happen. Everything is going to happen. But I'll not lose the control because I will control it. That's why it'll happen. This is also another way of interpreting it. So, then you're like, I'll still hold on. I'm not giving up. It's too much of risk to do that. Finally, you're envisioning and you're like, okay, but God is really kind. God will do it all. God gives everything. Why would God put such desires in my life if they were not supposed to happen? You go through a transformation. There is a death of that phase that you've been going through. There is a death of the phase that you've been experiencing in your life. There's a death of the phase that you've been constantly processing in your life, and you're like, oh my God, finally this phase comes to an end. There is this death of that phase, and you go through transformation, and everything is following all at once at you, and you're like, okay, I have to let go, I have to let go. But there's this part of you still holding on. What if things just don't work out? What if things just don't work out? Suddenly there is divine intervention in your life, and you tell God, but my heart is broken. There is a third party. What do I do, God? God tells you, trust in me. I can do what you can't even think of. I can do everything because I've created everything. This is my world. And I can do every possible thing. Whatever I want, that will happen. Exactly. Whatever you desire, I'll ensure that comes true. So just trust in me. So, what you're doing is taking the leap of faith in this wise fool energy. You're taking the leap of faith, like, I have nothing to worry. I can just chill. All my desires are coming true. God will fulfill all my desires. Everything is happening for the right reason. Everything will fall in place. God is just fulfilling my desire. But then there is this still this place which is like, I'm still holding on to this. pain. I'm still holding on to this revenge. I'm still holding on to this feeling. I'm still holding on to this sensation that if it doesn't work out, what if it doesn't work out? And that pain still stays. Then you tell yourself, no, if I let it go, it'll happen. That is the abundance mindset. He'll anyway come chasing back at me when I just let it go, fall in place. No, everything is fall in place. God is helping me, God is guiding me, God is all that is. I just let the charge be on God. I just let the energy be all at God. And I just let it go. And as I let it go, everything will fall in place and everything will be taken care of. I'll not drown. God will not let me drown. And then you finally reach that state of abundance. Like, oh my God, I'm so abundant. I'm so happy. Life has everything for me. Everything is coming true in my life. All my desires come true. All my wishes come true. I'm so abundant. I have aced it. I have the pentacles. I have the essence. I have the wholeness. I have the glory. Because I have found that essence inside of me. I found my glory. I have found my essence with me, and I'm glazing in the glory of my joy. And with that being said, I unite now in the essence of oneness with the love of my life. And that gives me extreme strength, and that gives me complete faith, and that gives me complete wholeness. And I can completely surrender because I know this is a God's plan and divine timing is at play, and everything that I want, all the battles that I there, God is fighting them for me. I just need to take one step at a time and go with the flow and trust God and know it's all falling in place. This is the bigger picture where everything has fallen in place and I'm in union with my twin and all the abundance is there. My life purpose is fallen in place. Everything is so coded here, everything is so compact here, everybody is coming together and this union has happened and I'm compactly conjointly in my reality, in my togetherness with my twin flame and all the abundance and everything has fallen in place. All the energy leaks and everything are gone now and the union has happened. Sometimes you go back, but I don't see it in reality. I don't see it in reality. What's really going on? Am I going mad? Am I losing it? I'm going to hold on to my feelings. I'm going to hold on to my abundance. I'm going to hold on to my energy. Something is wrong here. Something is conspicuous. Something is just not right. There's something wrong here. Something is cooking. Like, why isn't it happening? Why isn't it going on? I'm going to resist myself now. I'm going to hold my feelings back, hold my everything back, and just going to observe now. Something is going on. I'm going to fight it all. I don't like this. I have to fight it all. I feel trapped. There is a system out there controlling. I feel trapped. There is an entrapment of the society, of the conditioning, of the thought process that are holding me and killing me from within. There are so many thoughts, there are so many conditions that are holding me. 8 of them are holding me from society, it's one. From my family, it's one. From my ancestral pattern, it's one. From my love life, it's one. From my expectations, desires, it's one. From not being present in the moment is one. From not thinking I'm one with God is one. From thinking that I will not have enough is one. From not flowing in the course and the essence of your being is one. So once you realize this, suddenly this tower moment comes in your life. Spiritual awakening happens, you awaken, you ascend, you start to realize, okay, I create my reality, God is all that is, God is in charge, and He's all that is. And no matter which relationship I am in, no matter what I do, in every relationship, in every stage, I have to bring in God, and God has to be a part of it. No matter what I do, the only third party that can be there in the path of my life is God. Nothing else can be there in my life. Nobody else can be there, but it is only with God we celebrate. This is when you unite with your twin flame, finally. That can only happen once you put God at the center of your relationship. Once God is at the center of your relationship, that's when your union will take place. Having to know that, you get that strength. Having to know that, you finally go ahead in that strength. But then there is still fear holding you back, but you know that no, God is there with me, God is there with me, everything will be fine, everything will be fine. You know that this is just a phase. Your intuitions start to heighten, divine intervention start to take place, supernatural intervention comes into your life, and divine goodness fulfills your life. The yin and yang union has happened in your life, and you've got that justice. You finally reach the state of justice. And having to reach the state of justice, finally, you are being given that opportunity in life. Finally, you're given that gifts in life from the divine intervention. Out of nowhere, God comes and gives you all that you were desiring. Finally, you feel like everything has happened. I've got the justice that I was always seeking for in my life. And the divine intervention has intervened in my life completely, and I'm transmuted completely in my life. And God is really real, and I have nothing to worry. You reach into the state of wholeness again, and you know that God is there. You don't have to do anything, you just have to flow, because God is the one who's guiding you. God is all that is, and you're just an instrument flowing in the essence of God. You start to get back your confidence, you start to feel the essence of your confidence, take a stand for yourself. Even though there are upheavals going on in your life, even though there are things to heal in your life, you're still satisfied with where you are. You're happy with what you are doing in your life. You feel like you've accomplished a lot. There is a fear though that there is maybe something demonic that is there, that is intervening in the twin flame journey. But God is all powerful, God is all kind, and there is nothing but more powerful than God. And God will ultimately give you what you desire, and all that you desire shall be yours. And with that feeling, again, you feel like no matter what demonic, what is there, who attacks, who does what, God is there. When we choose God, our cups are filled, and everything that we want eventually fall in place, because our cup is filled from within in the essence of trust and foundation in the love of God. And you start to feel like, oh my God, I'm abundant. I'm so abundant in the essence of my reality. And the fortune is finally changing for me. My life is finally transmuting for me, and my life is opening a new gateway for me altogether. And you get into the strength of an emperor or empress, and you feel like, I have got my strength back, I have got my courage back, I have got my everything back. I feel my strength completely. I feel like the strength happening from within. No matter how much tension, worries you have, you can still relax, sleep, and chill in your life, and not really be bothered about anything else. And finally, you feel come into the state where you feel love is all that is. Love is my only reality. Love is the essence of my being. I am love. Love is in me. I am in love. Love is all that is. All the love that I seek will come true, and everything that I desire will come true. All the love, all the money that I seek will come true, and everything will happen. But there is still this tension, that worry, that what if not? I don't see that action in physical reality. I don't see that change in physical reality. Will that really happen? Will that abundance really come? God tells you there is abundance of everything for everyone. And out of this abundance, there is also abundance of everything for you. Like there is an universe which is abundant, and you have your own universe which is also abundant, which is a part of the whole universe, and everything is abundant. And because everything is abundant and everything is abundantly available, in this state of abundance, in this state of wholeness, you just abide by this abundance and embrace this abundance, feel the essence of this abundance, and you just flow in this course of this abundance. You start to feel that you're abundant. And still, if you're questioning, you just flow in that course. You seek God outside and inside. Enjoy the course of life. Relax in the day to day process. Know you have all the abundance. Know everything will fall in place. Know everything is falling in place. And finally, with the divine intervention, that strength comes in you and you just march forward towards the transformation. And finally, the pentacles is given to you, and all the blocks from your lives are finally removed. All the blocks from your life are finally released, and you have the success, you have the cup right in front of you, with you. You do not judge anymore. You do not care about who's judging, because if you judge who's judging you, you're still judging. You know that the conflict is just because of the process, that they are also going through the process. And ultimately, there will be victory as this person comes out of the process, and all the worries that stings will kill that phase of yours and transmute you to a state of complete gratitude, who's observing the enormous gratitude that is all there is in the universe. You're abundant. Imagine going to a orchard or going to a place where there are beds and beds and beds of flowers all over of different colors and different textures. That's like flowers, beds of white flowers, or like maybe acres and acres of white flowers, and acres of yellow flowers, acres and acres of purple flowers, acres and acres of pink flowers, acres and acres of mixed hybrid flowers, acres and acres of another shade of mixed hybrid flowers, acres and acres of different genre of flowers, acres and acres of another flowers, acres and acres of more flower. And as you just keep walking, there are more flower beds right there all across, different trees around, different birds around. You just see like around there are like over 1500, 1300, 1400 trees all around, and just observing them. You're just seeing the different birds, different animals around, and everything is available at so much of abundance. Everything is so happily available, and everything is going so great. And then you are coming back to that state of your pain. But I don't have it in my life. Whenever you're thinking like, when will I have it in my life, it's all available there. You're just seeing it everywhere. So since it is all available everywhere, and since you're an extension of the source, since that source energy is flowing in you, and since your body is just, your spirit is just experiencing this vibration of your body, and your body is just a vessel to experience the human, your spirit wants to experience the human journey, and your body is just a vessel. So when you realize that your body is just a vessel, you just let it go and know that the spirit is one with all that is the abundance, and you just let go of that shield of that body, that ego, and in the rawness, you just fly, letting it all go. You just release yourself out of all the worry, and in your raw authenticity, trusting God, releasing all the guard that you're carrying. You just flow, because everything on the outside is abundant, everything on the inside is abundant, and everything that is stopping you is your resistance of you being separate from God, having to release that as you just flow, knowing I'm one with God, that is all that is, and I'm releasing this energy. You again get into this state of wholeness. And finally, you follow the path of God. You become a follower of God who praises God. And you finally reach this Empress energy, you finally reach this complete wholeness energy, and you reached your union beyond the veil. You've finally gone to that castle of your union and you've walked on all the karmic debris, and there is this line in between because you've completed this layer and you've gone to this inner space. This inner space. The outer space is the physical reality. You've got into this inner space. And yes, it took you a lot of depression, a lot of inner work, a lot of going ahead and feeling all your wounds. You felt like holding on to a lot of things. A lot of karmic debris came into your being, a lot of thought process, conditioning, past life issues, ancestral issues were there in your life. But finally, you've got that pentacles. Finally, you've got that pentacles in your hand because finally you've got it. Finally, you've just understood that this is the transformation. Then another test comes into your life and it just gets you downward spiral again. And all of a sudden, you have to sort out your life all over again, restructure. You're again brought back to the state of confusion of what do I do, what do I do. But this time you've gone past these and you just surrender and you completely get in within and know that it's God who's going to give it all. God has given me everything before, so God is going to take me ahead. I don't know what is ahead. I don't know what to do, but I'm just going to walk one with God and know everything is being taken care of for me by God. 5 here, manifestation number again. So I wasn't planning to do this. It just came to me from within as an inner voice that wanted me to do it. So definitely it was God talking to y'all. So no matter where you all are right now in your life, I'm sure this resonated with you. If you would, it's time to resonate with it at this point of time. If you've done the work enough to reach this vibration to be able to hear it, if you've moved past your body to feel it. So as you reach this state, as you reach this energy within, as you reach this essence of your being, as you reach this essence of your wholeness inside, there will be, okay, wow, Shruti Rana, tarot meaning you will be getting everywhere. Okay, this is an idea of ignorance. So I wasn't really talking about tarot. Like I have a tarot course. I wasn't even selling my tarot course, but thank you for reminding me, by the way. I have a tarot course, by the way. If you all want, you can go for my tarot course. And it does not only include tarot, it includes manifestation coaching, it includes money mastery, it includes tarot with playing cards, and it is available in Hindi. In the description box below, you'll find, and in fact, you even get leads for that, and you get like compact understanding of how to read, and you also get to know how to do twin flame reading, pick a card reading, and more. So ignorance would make us say that, oh, you will find tarot reading online also, because whenever we are observing a video, we never really focus on what is being said. We focus on what we can get out of it, what we can get out of it, what we can get out of it. But no matter what you hear in this life, no matter what you experience in this life, no matter every tiny little thing that is happening in your life right now, anything that is right in front of your eyes. Okay, right in front of my eyes is a newspaper. And this newspaper for sure has an information for me. And everything in front of you has a message for you right at this point, which resonates with you. Right in front of you, whatever is there just resonates with you. Something or the other, you will find a message in particular which will give you a message which will take you to the next level. So, okay, for example, this is a newspaper, and we'll only focus on the English part of it because a lot of it people don't know. So I'm just closing my eyes. I just did here, and it says unlock. So it's written Jadu, magic. So if you start to look literally, you will be getting to see signs everywhere. You will be getting to see messages everywhere. You will be getting the signs everywhere. But if you just focus in what, whenever, for example, I tell this to my students also in the class. By the way, if you like to work one on one with me daily, I have inner work classes for twin flames, Monday to Friday, or you can join just for Saturday, Sunday if you would like. Anyway, so I do tell this to people in my class also, that if you're, whatever is being told, if you try to extract something out of it, you won't get that energy. But when you listen to it, yes, so yeah, so then the transformation starts to happen within, and that's when you know that you have transcended and liberated and gone to the other side. And that's when magic starts to happen, because God is real and God is all that is. Thank you and love and light to you. Namaste.